So, good evening, friends. We are going to see the Make Science Simple, the series 04. The same funda, we are going to use the same fundamental, that is, break the words and try to understand the meaning. Any scientific word carries micro in it, it goes with the small. Generally, in case of biology, it goes with the microorganism and the devices which are used for detecting the microorganism. The, the common words that should be known to a medical representative or a common students, science students, those who are facing interviews, are given below. Microscope, the instrument that makes the small things are very visible. So, if you want to find out the presence of small things, then you have to use this microscope to capture the image. Microorganism, there are very small living creatures which made up of single cell and multiple cells. Example, bacteria, virus, fungi. And microbiologist, the person who's studying the nature of this micro living organism, small living organism, is called as microbiologist. And microbes are very small life and its form. Microphone, a small device which used to uh, record the voices, right? And yes, microwave, the common one which is used for cooking purpose, right? Or heating or cooking purpose. The second word, macro. Any scientific word carries macro, the meaning is large. So when you say large, it goes with the size, scope, or scale. But particularly in science, biology, we are going with macromolecule that are nothing but a big size or complex molecule essential for life, such as protein, carbohydrate, lipid, and nucleic acid. The sugar is a macromolecule, chicken is a macromolecule of protein, sugar is a macromolecule of carbohydrates, right? The common words, what we should know are macronucleus, the large nucleus found in the ciliates, particularly it is responsible for reproductive cells. Macrocytic, abnormal large cell is called as macrocytic. Macrohabitat is a large habitat encompassing a wide area where organism lives. Macroevaluation is a large scale evaluationary changes observed in species over long period of time. Particularly the human came from animals. We used to say, right? These are some examples of macro evaluations. Mia. The next word what we are going to see is Mia. Any scientific word has Mia in it that clearly says that blood, right? Example, anemia. Lack of blood or blood cells are called as anemia. Lipemia, that is presence of lipid in blood is called as lipemia. And hypoglycemia, that is hypo means low, glyce means glucose. So the low glucose level in the blood is called as hypoglycemia, and high it is called as hyperglycemia. The next word what you are going to see is bacteremia, that is the abnormal level of bacteria in your blood. So what you can see here, this is called as bacteremia. Like that, any scientific word which carries mia in it, that indicates that it is a presence of blood. Next word what we are going to see today is plasma. Plasma is otherwise called as liquid. The liquid inside the cell is called as cytoplasm. The liquid inside the cell is called as cytoplasm. In your blood, the plasma part is the yellowish part, which is the out top layer, that is 55%. The 45%, this layer is called as blood and blood cells, right? Generally, red blood cell, white blood cells are present in the remaining percent. So 55% is present, made up of only fluids, plasma. And what is the main role of plasma is to carry the red blood cell, to maintain the blood pressure, and to deliver nutrition, water, hormone, electrolyte, and protein to all parts of the body. And plasma also helps in regulating your body temperature. And another biggest role what it carries is it acts as a patrol, particularly it involved in delivering them to the deal with threats like infection. Particularly, it carries the white blood cells and fight the place where it is occupied with the foreign particles. So your white blood cells goes and fight over there. So that's why we call it as patrol. It also helps in carrying the protein all over the body because plasma only knows the blood circulation top to bottom of your body. And also it helps in removing the waste products to your liver or kidney so that your body can remove it from the organ can remove it from your body. Next word what we are going to see is sys, a long process or a continuous process. So when you eat food, the food will pass through the esophagus continuously. From the esophagus, it goes to stomachs. From stomach, it goes to small intestine, and small intestine it goes to large intestine and goes out. So this process is called as peristalsis. So the long process or continuous process, right? Generally, what are the words we should know is diagnosis is a procedure of analyzing the disease condition. Psoriasis, a long term disorder of skin. Dialysis, a filtering process of blood when your kidney fail. And sepsis, a life threatening condition caused by different bacteria in your blood. So these are the different words you should know about cis. So any scientific word having cis in it that clearly indicates it's a long process. Osmosis, right? All these words are the meaning of long process. Next word, what we are going to see is lysis. Lysis means breakdown. Lysis means breakdown. If any enzyme involved in this breakdown process, we call as lysis. If you are break down the bacteria, then it is called as bacteriolysis. And if you are going to break down the biological organ or body, then it is called as biolysis. And if you are going to break down the red blood cell, then it is called as hemolysis. And if you are going to distract the cells, right, then it is called as heterolysis. And if you are going to break down histo means tissue. If you are going to break down the tissue, then it's called as histolysis. And if you are going to break down the small molecule through chemical reaction with the help of water, is called as hydrolysis. So generally, lysis stands for breakdown. Okay. Bacteriolysis means you are breaking down the bacteria. Suppose if you are breaking the protein, then it is called as proteolytic agent. Proteolytic agent. Please keep this in mind. Baho. So large size molecule when it eat the small size cells or bacteria or virus, then it is called as phagocytosis. A big sized molecule. Generally they are white blood cells or immunity cell. They come and eat the foreign particles such as bacteria, like what you are seeing here. So that is called as phagocytosis. Phagocytosis. And in the entire process, the cell involved inside, then it is called as endocytosis. So please keep this in mind. Phagocytosis means the big sized molecule or particle or white blood cell trying to eat the small cell or foreign particles such as bacteria or virus. So this is about today's